our Old Testament reading today, we're in 2 Kings 12, 13 and 14. And I think today's reading is for any of us who may be feeling at the end of ourselves in either an area of our lives or perhaps every area of our lives, because that seems to be the place where Israel has got to in this bit that we're reading here. In every way they are depleted, in every way they are wrung out. So we see that the temple is a mess, it needs rebuilding, and so even though there's vision for that, even though the king, Joash, says to his priests, come on, let's begin to gather the money and get this done, years and years go by and they don't get behind the vision, they don't get on with it. So the temple is a mess, there's something going on with the priests, maybe they are just all out, maybe they are just depleted in every way. Another thing that's depleted in every way is the army, and there's only, it says 50 horsemen, 10 chariots and 10,000 foot soldiers, which was nothing compared to what the army had been, going back over into the highlight of Israel's time. They were just depleted, so much so they couldn't fight against their enemy, they had to buy them off instead. So every way they're depleted, and yet God is not depleted. God is not wrung out. God is not finished with them. God has not changed his mind. And it says in chapter 13, at the end, it says, but the Lord was gracious to them and had compassion and showed concern for them because of his covenant with Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. In the last few readings, we've heard quite a lot about because the prophet Elijah said this, because the prophet Elijah said that. And yet here we're going right back to the beginning, to the birth of this nation, and God saying through this, and it goes on to say, to this day he has been unwilling to destroy them or banish them from his presence. Right back, he's saying, I'm holding on to that promise, and I've not forgotten you. And so maybe if we and ourselves can look at an area of our life where we're just feeling a bit wrung out, where we feel like we've just been holding on a bit too long, and now we're kind of at the end of ourselves, the promise from the reading today is that in the same way, God is not wrung out over you. He's not despairing. He's not at the end of his patience, and he's not at the end of his promise. He has promised, never will I leave you, nor will I forsake you. And he is faithful, and he is just, and he is true to everything that he has ever said in his word over your life. So if you're feeling wrung out and at the end of yourself today, know that God is not. God is not tired. He's not weary. He's not at the end. He loves you and he is faithful. I'll see you again soon. God bless. Bye.